So I left this on one of my YouTube comments. Their game is to baffle everybody with bullshit and run you down so many rabbit holes that you just get tired and give up. And they will leave paragraphs of shit. But the general gist of their game is I have so much authority. I'm dropping all these names. I know all of this information. And so, therefore, don't listen to anything that David has to say about anything whatsoever. Nothing. He doesn't know. I know. And that's the game. The whole thing about it is don't listen to what David has to say. But all the rabbit holes they run you down. Anybody know the details on Johnny Gosch? You know, the details that they came out with Jacob Wetterling were ridiculously stupid. And the fact remains that a 28-year-old cold case that couldn't be solved was solved with a body, a perp, and a confession a week and a half after I did that John B. Wells interview where all I did was talk about Jacob Wetterling. All they want you to know is that I'm either crazy or I'm unreliable or I don't know what I'm talking about. If they could tell you that I was a 7-headed hydra who ate small children in one gulp and they thought that would work to get you not to listen to me, they would tell you that I was a 7-headed hydra who ate children in one gulp. That's how this game works. They baffle everyone with bullshit so that they can hide this CA ring that they have going and have for a long time. That's the history of all of this. And the only reason they're upset is because I came along and am screwing up their official story. The official story about Johnny Gosch is BS. And the person who's leaving me paragraphs, they will defend Noreen and they will defend Paul, even though their shit doesn't make sense. And I'm sorry, but that whole DID act that was on multiple personality disorder doesn't work that way. You know, he did a bad rendition of Primal Fear, that movie with Richard Gere and Edward Norton. It was bullshit. In order to make all of this child trafficking stuff go away, like it always does. So they will give you names and paragraphs and all of that because they know none of you are really going to go look. You're just going to read that and think, oh, well, this person knows so much more than David, and so therefore they must know more, you know? But I'm not a government agent who has a whole bunch of people behind me actually giving me a goddamn story to run with. I'm on my own on this. And there's a whole slew of them. And obviously they're on my YouTube because people are leaving comments that are disappearing. They don't want anyone to think that anyone really supports me with any real information. And yet, that's not the truth. And so, this is the game that's being played. And again, it's being run because the satanic Nazi CA ring is happening everywhere. And it's directly connected to all of the satanic daycares that are popping up everywhere in the nation. And you can remain ignorant all you want. But ignorance ain't bliss. And being forewarned is being forearmed. That's what I believe. But their official stories are bullshit. My family was involved with Johnny Gosch. My dad especially was involved with Jacob Wetterling. My father and stepmother were involved with Ricky Chaddick. All of this stuff needs to be investigated, and not from the government agents who are sitting online who have nothing better to do than spend hours typing shit in the comments on my YouTube video. You know, if they had so much information, why aren't they doing what I'm doing? which is trying to get it investigated, doing videos. I'm not on their venues, they're on mine. That's how this works. And so take it for what it's worth. Turn your back on child trafficking. Everyone has from up to this point, Franklin was able to go to Jeffrey Epstein's island. Jeffrey Epstein's island, God only knows what's going on with that. Nobody stopped anything. And Johnny Gosch, Ricky Chaddick, no one knows who hurt them. The Oakland Four, nobody knows who hurt them. But it's all connected. But they don't want you to know that. So therefore, they're going to come in and baffle you with bullshit and tell you that everything that I'm saying, like what Phoenix Enigma did with his email yesterday, that I noticed was only sent to me. You didn't send it to Reply All. You just sent it to me. I stand by what I said. The stories are stupid. And anyone who has half a fucking brain can figure out there's something wrong with the official stories. And if there's something wrong with it, then there's a reason for it. That's how this shit works. Critical reasoning skills may be dead, but they're still really effective with all of this shit. It's the only way to work yourself through it. Or run down every one of their rabbit holes. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. But in the end, you'll become exhausted and you'll give up. And that's the point of their game.